So hello student. So last class I have completed the phenol completely. Now today's class I will go with the ether. The naming of the ether you have done in lower classes. You know the naming, so I am not going with the naming and all. So directly I will start with the preparation of ether. So make a heading, preparation of ether, and make a heading, preparations of ether. Clear? The ether formula is ROR dash, or it can be ROR also. So this is nothing but your formula for ether. You know the IUPAC naming also. If you want to give the IUPAC name for ether, you will give as alkoxy alkane, and this alkoxy should be of lower carbon, and common name should be what? Alkyl ether. Yes or no? Alkyl ether, and here you should follow ABCD rule. If it is methyl and ethyl, so first E will come in the ABCD, so it will be ethyl, methyl, ether. So these are the certain basic you have done in the lower classes. So first preparation I will go with dehydration of alcohol. Write down, dehydration of alcohol. Now see here, in dehydration of alcohol, temperature is very important. We have studied in the lower class, in the previous section, that whenever you are doing the dehydration of alcohol, you are generating an alkene. So when a dehydration of alcohol takes place, a alkene is generated. Clear? But sir, again you are writing dehydration of alcohol in the preparation of ether also? Yes. We can generate the ether, or we can prepare the ether by dehydrating of alcohol, that is by removing of an alcohol. But there is one condition here, that condition is temperature and steric hindrance. I will tell you. Okay. So write down the dehydration of alcohol. See, suppose if I take the dehydration, if I take CH3CH2OH, this is one alcohol, and for dehydration I am using concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay. And if I maintain the temperature, first I will maintain the temperature as 298 Kelvin. See, check it out here. I will maintain temperature as 298 Kelvin. Everywhere two molecules are involved. Okay. Everywhere two molecules are involved. So if I take 298 Kelvin temperature, so what will happen? One OH and H will be removed. One OH from one molecule and H from other molecule remove as H2O. And if I take 298 Kelvin temperature, so here I will generate this compound, that is CH3CH2O SO3H. If I temperature take what? 298 Kelvin, I will not generate alkene. I will generate, this is ethyl sulfonic acid. Okay. Clear? So you can write a name, that, sorry, ethyl hydrogen sulfate. So it is ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Okay. When I am taking the temperature as 298 Kelvin. Now if I increase this temperature, this was the first. So this is also dehydration only, no? Because there is a removal of water. Now if I take another temperature with same molecule, I take two molecules of CH3, CH2OH, and again I take concentrated sulfuric acid. If I take concentrated sulfuric acid, and if I increase the temperature, say temperature if I increase nearly 443 Kelvin. Now I am increasing the temperature from 298 to nearly 443 Kelvin temperature, or I will increase 413 Kelvin temperature. Sorry. How much temperature I am increasing? 413 Kelvin temperature when I increase. So when I increase the 413 Kelvin temperature, here ether will be generated. So here CH3, CH2, OCH2, CH3. This is diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. How it is generated, we will see. There are two molecules of alcohol, so CH3, CH2, OH plus HO, CH2, CH3. So these are the two molecules of alcohol, from one here from H and here from OH. Water will be generated. So here concentrated sulfuric acid means dehydration, means there will be removal of water, and this CH3CH2O will attach with this CH2CH3. So it will generate diethyl ether. When I will show the mechanism, we will understand. So see, here the reactant is same. Here also reactant is alcohol. Here also reactant is alcohol. Catalysis is also same. Catalysis concentrated sulfuric acid. Here also catalysis concentrated sulfuric acid. Removal of the byproduct is also same. But see the product. as the temperature differs, the product also differ. Now see, if I increase bit more temperature, now see, same I will take, so 2CH3, sorry, I will take here CH3, CH2, OH, I take concentrated sulfuric acid only. Now instead of temperature 413, I will take temperature 443 Kelvin. I will take the temperature 443 Kelvin. So what will happen? From here one OH and from here H. So this CH3 I will write down next this. CH2, here H. So this H and this OH will remove as H2O, and here the generation will be CH2, CH2. Yes or no? So CH2, CH2 means what? Alkene. That is nothing but what? Ethene. Yes or no? So you can see here, I have taken the reactant same, ethanol, ethanol, ethanol. I have taken the catalysis also same, constant sulfuric acid, sulfuric acid, sulfuric acid. But as I change my temperature, so on changing the temperature, the product also differ. So I can say that preparation of an ether is completely what? Temperature dependent. Yes or no? So preparation of an ether is depend on what? Temperature. So I can write down one point that preparation of ether is temperature dependent. Okay, means here temperature condition is very important. If you somehow do some mistake to set the temperature, then product will not be ether, some other product. Okay, if temperature is higher, ethane will be generated. If temperature is lower, ethyl hydrogen sulfate will be generated. Again, low temperature, if you go with the temperature like 0 degrees Celsius, this alcohol will directly dissolve in the sulfuric acid. So I am not going in detail, just I want to show you that if the preparation of ether, it is also done from the dehydration of alcohol, but the temperature condition is very crucial and you have to maintain the temperature condition. If you maintain the temperature, then only you will obtain the ether. Now see, we have studied the dehydration of alcohol in the preparation of ethene. So I can say that the temperature should be lower. See, for the preparation of ether, temperature should be lower than the temperature maintained in the preparation of ethene. See, in ethene temperature is 443 for the alcohol. For the same alcohol, the temperature is 413 if you want to prepare the ether. So for the preparation of the ether, the temperature should be lowered. For the preparation of ether, the temperature should be lower for as the temperature of preparation of ethene. Okay, clear this part? So I can give you one point that the preparation of an ether is completely on a temperature dependent, and this all the temperature are only for ethanol. Okay, this all the temperatures are for ethanol. Now if your alcohol changes, so this temperature also get changes. So as alcohol changes, temperature changes. Okay, but then also if alcohol changes, temperature changes, but then also for ether preparation, temperature should be always lower as compared to the preparation of ethene. Clear? For the preparation of ether, if alcohol is also changed, then also the temperature of ether should be lower than the temperature of a preparation of alcohol, ethene from alcohol. Clear? So as alcohol changes, temperature also changes. Higher alcohol like propanol, butanol, pentanol, higher alcohol, low temperature. Okay, higher the alcohol, lower the temperature. You can write down this. Clear this part? Okay, so this is nothing but your dehydration of your alcohol. Clear? Take a screenshot. So this is our reaction which we have to study now. This is our main reaction which you have to study. Okay, here I will write down certain points that what things are involved here, so that when I do the mechanism, it will be very clear to you. Clear? So take a screenshot. Okay, so write down the mechanism now. In the mechanism, I would like to give number of points so that it will be very clear to you. So you can make a heading that mechanism of preparation of ether by dehydration. Clear? So first to write down the number of points, the first point, important key point, which will help you to get the answer and get the answer in the competition exam. Important key point, first point, it involves SN2 mechanism. It involves which kind of mechanism? SN2 mechanism. Next, SN2 mechanism means what? Nucleophilic substitution reaction. So here nucleophile will be substituted. And SN2 mechanism means what? Substitution nucleophilic bimolecular reaction, means here two molecules are involved. Yes or no? As you know, in SN2 mechanism there will be no formation of carbocation, so no carbocation generation. Okay, no carbocation generation. Sir would have told you this everything. Okay, no carbocation generation. Okay, and the nucleophile will attack from where? Backside. Okay, so fifth. So nucleophile will attack from backside. Next, what you can say? The slowest step is the rate determining step. Yes or no? Slowest step is RDS. Seventh. Another thing what we can tell? Another thing we can tell, very important, that it should be less hindered. Less hindered. Less hindrance should be there. The thing which is attacked, nucleophile will attack from the backside. So from where the molecule which is attacked, that should be less hindered. And who will be less hindered? 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree. So 1 degree will be less hindered, means 1 degree will form easily ether, then 2 degree, then 3 degree. This is nothing but your formation of ether. Understanding, no? Hindrance means crowding. So 1 degree will be having the less crowd as compared to 2 degree and 3 degree. So 1 degree when it is having the less crowd, less hindrance, so it can easily form the ether. Clear this part? Clear. So see, these are the very important key points should be remembered. First point is SN2 mechanism is followed. When SN2 mechanism is followed, nucleophile substitution reaction will take place. Next, SN2 mechanism means what? Substitution of nucleophilic bimolecular reaction, means two molecules are involved. There will be no generation of carbocation. Nucleophile will attack from the backside, means what? See, for example, this is one substrate which is having the nucleophile. Yes or no? As this nucleophile go, from backside one nucleophile will come. As this nucleophile wants to go, so as this nucleophile is going, one nucleophile is coming. This nucleophile while going, it will not allow to generate the positive charge on this carbon. Suppose this is a carbon and this carbon is associated with this nucleophile. So as this nucleophile wants to go, from backside one nucleophile will come. Means as this nucleophile will go, so you know as the nucleophile will go, you start, as the nucleophile goes, here the positive charge will starts to develop. So this upcoming nucleophile which is from backside, nucleophile which is attacking from backside, it will not allow to generate the positive charge only. As soon as this goes, this comes. Aa jai na bhegu avi jai. Okay, means there will be no formation of here charge. Here charge is not possible only. That's why I am telling no carbocation generation will take place. Clear? In other reaction, what we have seen? In other reaction, first we are generating carbocation and then we are attacking with the nucleophile. Here in this type of reaction will not take place. Here as one nucleophile is going, another nucleophile is coming from backside. So there will be no chance of generating the positive charge. One is going, another is coming. Okay, one is going, staying, then another coming. No, it's not possible. One is going, another is coming. So this is nothing but nucleophilic substitution reaction. One has to go, another has to come. If it goes, suddenly it will come. There will be no time for the generation of positive charge. Means there will be no time for the generation of carbocation. That's why I tell you that in SN2 mechanism, there will be no generation of carbocation, and this you know everything. Clear? So now see here. How to do this? So first we will add on the reaction. The reaction says CH3, CH2, OH. Here we are using concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, and temperature is must. Temperature is how much? Temperature is nearly 413 Kelvin temperature. This temperature condition is very crucial. You have to take two molecules. When you take two molecules, CH3, CH2, OCH2, CH3, this will be the product generated. This will be the product generated. Clear? Okay. Now we will see the mechanism. Okay. So make a heading. Mechanism, you don't know. Okay, see at this now. See, first molecule I will take CH3, CH2, OH. This H2SO4 will provide us what? H plus. This H2SO4 will provide us H plus. Clear? Here there is one lone pair, here two lone pairs. So this H plus will react with here. So CH3, CH2, OH, here H, here plus, here plus. So this will be the generation from the first. Out of two molecules, one molecule I have taken. Now in the other classes, in the other topic, what we are used to do, as you know, this is a very good leaving group, H2O. So this oxygen will start to attract the electron from this CH2, and there will be generation of carbocation. Yes or no? See this. Yes or no? Here partial positive charge will take place, and you are thinking you will do like this. H2O is removed, CH3, CH2 plus. But student, what we have generated here? We have generated here carbocation. I am telling you, here no carbocation generation will be there. So here this type of reaction will not take place. So this will not take place. Clear this part? So what will happen? You know, see this. As this is a very good leaving group, so what will happen? Another molecule of CH3, CH2, OH will come. So I am writing like this: HO, CH2, CH3. Okay. So first molecule I form this product, and there is a very good leaving group. So as this water wants to leave, so as this water leaves, now this water is very good leaving group, yes or no? Now this water wants to leave. As this water leaves, so this will come from the back side, or I will show in another way, so that will be very clear to you. See this now. So with the first molecule I have generated this. Now what will happen? Second molecule will come in the picture, CH3, CH2, OH, and this will react with this molecule. So CH3, CH2, OH, here H, here plus. Now see here. This water is a very good leaving group, yes or no? As this water is very good leaving group, so it will start to attract the electron. As it starts to attract the electron from this CH2, so here slightly positive charge will start to develop. This oxygen is having the plus charge, and the plus charge doesn't look good on the oxygen. So what he will do? He will start to attract the electron from this CH2. When it will start to attract the electron from this CH2, so here partial positive charge starts to develop, means here carbocation generation will take place. But I am telling here no generation of carbocation should take place. So what will happen? As this oxygen starts to attract the electron, as it starts, within itself this oxygen will give its electron to this CH2. Means what will happen? This will happen in a microseconds. What will happen? As this water starts to leave, this portion will come and attack here. Means this is going, this is coming. Okay na? This wants to go. So as it starts to go, this will start to come. So I told you that this is carbon nucleophile, and here one nucleophile is sitting. As this goes, this comes. So there will be no time to generate carbocation. So here as H2O wants to go, this CH3, CH2OH will start to come here. So there will be no time to generate here positive charge. So there will be no generation of carbocation. This you have to remember. So please don't generate first here carbocation and react with other molecule. You will get the answer, but the procedure is different. Procedure is wrong. But because here there is no generation of carbocation. As this water starts to leave, this will come here. So this is going, this is coming. It will done in the fraction of seconds. I am telling within 100 parts of the microsecond. This water goes, this comes. So there will be no time to generate what? Carbocation. That's why I am telling no generation of carbocation. So what happens? This oxygen wants to gain the electron. So this water starts to go, and this will start to come here. So here water will be released, and what will come? Here CH3. CH2. As soon as this water goes, this comes. Who comes? This oxygen comes to do the reaction with this CH2. So this oxygen comes here. This oxygen along with it, what it is having? It is having one H. Here CH2, here CH3. And oxygen will create the positive charge and one lone pair. So there will be no generation of carbocation. What I am telling? See, this is a carbon, it's having one nucleophile. This is a carbon having a nucleophile. So there is one nucleophile more. This is a nucleophile. Okay. So this nucleophile wants to go, this will come. This goes, this come. So there will be no time for the generation of positive ion. Means there will be no time for the generation of carbocation. So here carbocation is not generating. Please remember, this is going, this is coming. So as this goes, this comes. Within a fraction of second, this takes place. This goes, this comes. So there will be no time to generate carbocation. In the previous cases, what we are used to do, first we are removing the water, we are forming carbocation, and then something else you are doing. So here it is not possible. Yes, separate you cannot show, because I told no carbocation generation. Water goes, another molecule will come. So this happens in the microseconds. This goes, this comes, that's it. So no generation of carbocation. Now what will happen? Here again oxygen is having the positive charge. Now see here, this H plus we have taken as a catalyst. So catalyst, which is, what is meant by catalyst? Involved in, which helps to do the reaction but does not involve in the reaction. So this oxygen wants to satisfy this positive charge, so it will start to attract the electron from this hydrogen. So this hydrogen will remove as H plus, and this hydrogen remove as H plus. So what will happen here? CH3, CH2, OCH2, CH3. So there is a generation of ether. So in this way ether is generated. So this is a mechanism of preparation of ether. Now see here, SN2 mechanism is generated. See this nucleophile is going, another nucleophile is coming. So yes, SN2 mechanism, nucleophile will be substituted. Yes, nucleophile is substituted. This is a nucleophile which is substituted by a nucleophile. Two molecules are involved. Yes, there are two molecules are involved. Means what? Which molecules? This H2SO4 and this molecules. Okay. So two molecules are involved. No carbocation generation. I told you. As this water comes, as soon as this will come, water will go, this molecule will come. So it is not like that first water is going, carbocation is generated, and then another molecule is coming. No, it happens within a fraction of second. Water goes, that molecules come. So there will be no time for the generation of carbocation. So no carbocation generation. Nucleophile will attack from the back side. See, this water is going from here and nucleophile is attacking from the back side. Yes or no? Slowest step is the rate determining step, less hindrance. Now who is attacking? This is attacking on this. So this should be less hindered. This molecule is attacking to this molecule. So the molecule which is attacked, should be less hindered. So this is 1 degree, yes or no? And 1 degree alcohol is less hindered. If instead of 1 degree, if I would have taken 2 degree, 3 degree, the ether formation will be slowest. How? I will show you. First to take a screenshot. Take a screenshot, write down. Taken screenshot, written. Okay. So taken a screenshot, take. Okay. So now see. What I told you, the one which is attacked should be less hindered. Now suppose, I hope you written this, okay. Now suppose, here there was 3 degree. Now he is attacking, no. So suppose instead of here 1 degree alcohol, if I would have generated 3 degree alcohol, so what the scene would be, see here. This is O, this is H. Yes or no? This is plus. Now I would have generated this 3 degree alcohol. Yes or no? Now see here 1 degree alcohol, instead of 1 degree alcohol I would have taken 3 degree alcohol. So see what the changes will occur. COH, here CH3, here CH3, here CH3, and here 2 lone pair. So this H plus will go here. So here 3 degree will be generated. C, here CH3, and here the plus charge. Okay. So now I cannot take the electron from this carbon because here 3 degree carbocation will be generated. But I tell you that no carbocation generation means what will happen, this molecule remains as it is. Another molecule of its own comes here and attack. Now this molecule is attacked by this molecule. Now this oxygen wants to attack on this carbon. Tell me, it is possible? No. Why? Because he will be having one electron cloud. Means this is more hindered. He is having high hindrance is there. Yes or no? High hindrance means this oxygen can see there is no way, he cannot go from here. If he is going from here, they too will stop. He is going from here, they too will stop. If it goes from here, this too will stop. So this oxygen cannot give its electron from any position to this carbon. So I will tell that this should be less hindered. If this oxygen can give easily electron to whom? this oxygen give its lone pair easily to 1 degree, but this is 3 degree, and 3 degree is more hindered because of more electron cloud. So 3 degree is more hindered, that's why ether formation easily takes place in 1 degree rather than 3 degree. You see, this oxygen wants to give its to one lone pair to this carbon, but it is very difficult to give, because when it gives from here, these two will stop because of an electron cloud. Here repulsion will take place, here also repulsion will take place. So this lone pair cannot be donated to this carbon. When this lone pair cannot be donated to this carbon, so here the product cannot be generated because of more hindrance. That's why I am telling you, there should be, condition is what? Less hindered. The species which is attacked should be less hindered. The species which is attacked should be less hindered. Okay, so this species is attacking and this should be less hindered, means this should be 1 degree. If it was 1 degree, easily ether would have occurred. 2 degree, bit difficult would have occurred, and 3 degree, no ether generation would have occurred because there is a more hindrance. So you can write a key point here, that where the ether preparation can be very easily. So ether preparation can be very easily in 1 degree rather than 3 degree, because in 3 degree there is a maximum hindrance. Okay, and this again hindrance point will come in the next class, that is a Williamson synthesis. They will clear more detail, so you can understand this. There also SN2 mechanism is only followed, so you can make this key point. Again this key point will be repeated in the next topic, that is Williamson synthesis. Clear? So this was the preparation of ether from the dehydration, and remember that 1 degree alcohol can generate easily ether due to less hindrance rather than 3 degree, because in 3 degree hindrance occur more, attacking will not be easy. When attacking is not easy, ether generation will not take place. And who should be less hindered? One who is attacked. This species is attacked. If this is 3 degree, 2 degree, 1 degree, not an issue, because this is attacking. One who is attacked should be less hindered. This will clear more in a Williamson synthesis reaction. So take a screenshot and read from your textbook, then go with the next class with the Williamson synthesis reaction. Thank you.